right, what is up, everybody? We are back on a Friday, down south, up north, coming to you with Kyle and Gabe, permanent new host on Fridays here on down south, up north. Fellas, it's been a while since we've been chopping it up. We've had college football, NFL is officially back. How we feeling?
Feeling good, dude. Feeling good. It's finally nice to have the major sports back in the swing of things. So, dude, can't complain as a sports fan right now, dude. It's awesome. Spending every Saturday watching sports, Sunday, NFL. It's a great time to be alive.
It felt good to see NFL back yesterday, man. It was a different feeling. Sadly, my Tigers lost to Kyle's Bulldogs, week 1 of college football. So that
No. They did not lose. They got their asses handed to them.
Hey, I will say, before I'll say a little something, hey, I respect Clemson, dude. The first half, I was like, dude, 1 touchdown might be scored this game. And then second half, 5 drives, 4 touchdowns for the Dogs. Just belt to ass, dude. But hey, GG's Clemson. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. One day we'll hit the transfer portal. One day we'll hit the transfer portal.
All right, well, without further ado, let's hop right into the athletic alert. All right, gentlemen, you know what time it is. Now, this is technically cheating since it's a Friday show, the game last night, but we do have another game tonight in Brazil, Packers, Eagles, and then obviously Sunday and Monday we have a great lineup of games for the National Football League. So,
yes, sir.
I'm going to ask, who do you guys got? Start with Gabe. Who is your most valuable player? Who is winning the Super Bowl in your book? And which team is going to take the biggest leap from last season into this season? Let's go.
So, first off, I ain't going to choose no boring picks like the Chiefs versus the Niners type of ordeal. And even I got a hot take to start off with the MVP discussion. I think a running back wins it this year. And I think that running back's Jonathan Taylor. He's coming back fully healthy this year. Their O-line is a top 5, if not the best in the league. I think he can crack 2,000 yards this season. And if he does so, then he's going to have to be in contention for MVP. And then that kind of correlates, Matt, of what team I think is going to make the biggest jump. I think the Indianapolis Colts can get 12 to 13 wins this season, win their division on top of that over the Texans and the Jags. So I believe they just have an amazing season throughout this year, and Jonathan Taylor is going to be the forefront of it. But I don't have him going to the Super Bowl. I have the Los Angeles Rams making it back to the Super Bowl and winning another one with McVay. They just picked up some crucial points in the draft on D-line, 2 rookies from Florida State, and I think they're going to have a huge impact like Braden Fisk. I think they can disrupt that D-line, which they missed with Aaron Donald. Cooper Kupp's back fully healthy with Puka Nacua. In that late round pick they had, it looked like he might be another Puka Nacua. So I'm going JT for MVP, Rams for the Super Bowl pick, and then I'm going to have to go with the Indianapolis Colts as the team that's just rising. They soaring to the top throughout this year.
Dude, I'm very, as a Cowboys fan, I'm very scared of the Rams. Like last season was like everybody was writing them off. This season, I feel like everybody's like, okay, this team is back, even after they lost Aaron Donald. But especially in the NFC, dude, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Kyle, what's up? What do you got?
All right, I'll start with the MVP. This is a very 50-50 shot in the dark. I'm going Josh Allen, dude. I said it a while ago when we did our fantasy rankings for quarterback. Josh Allen has lost everything this offseason, dude. His number 1 left him. His entire defense is gone. He's going to let that bitch fly this entire season, and he usually does. But if he could keep the interceptions to a minimum, he will win MVP. I'm thinking this is some crazy numbers. He gets 40 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's an MVP season for Josh. He can do it.
How many yards? How many yards passing?
He's cranking probably 3,500 to 4,000, maybe more.
Passing? Ooh.
It's a very shot in the dark because we know Josh Allen do not care. He runs up the middle, trucks a middle linebacker, throws a 75-yard ball, triple contest. He doesn't care, but hopefully it does go in his favor this year. So he's my MVP. Biggest leap, I'm going the Chicago Bears, baby. They went 7-10 last year. Justin Fields, I mean, he's a running back, and he just wasn't the system for the Bears, and the Bears just are being the Bears right now. But they pick up DeAndre Swift. Shout out my dog. Very good running back. You get Keenan Allen, a vet, to teach a Dunze, and I think they got another DJ Moore as well on the Bears. You got a solid tight end, Caleb Williams. He is a rookie, but we all saw that throw to a Dunze in preseason. It is preseason, but hey, I like what I saw. I don't think they're going to win their division, and I don't think – I mean, they can maybe squeak into the playoffs, but they went 7-10 last year. I think they flip it. I think they go 10-7 this year. Potential wild card, they'll probably lose, but that's my biggest leap. And Super Bowl champ, their season ended in about 3 snaps last year.
No.
No. Jets, baby.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go. Dude, Aaron Rodgers, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll always believe in A-Rod, dude. I don't care that he's almost 40 years old. If he's healthy, like, we're finally going to see that Garrett Wilson breakout season, and him and A-Rod are just going to go crazy this season, dude. It's like the new, like, Randall Cobb and A-Rod connection.
Probably better. Probably
like Jordy Nelson or Devontae Adams.
Nelson. Yeah, Devontae, something like that. I mean, Jordy or what's his name? Garrett Wilson isn't white, but yeah, that Jordy Nelson connection. That's what I'm looking for. But dude, I'm calling like Garrett Wilson.
The Jets, bro. Okay.
Maybe offensive player of the year. Maybe like over 10 touchdowns for Mr. Wilson. And we talked about it, Matt. Their defense is nasty, dude.
Yeah, no, they have an elite defense. However, Hassan Reddick, like, that's still up in the air whether he's going to play.
That's still
Sunday.
up in the air, and that would be super helpful. But even that aside, C.J. Mosley, he's old, but he's still a dog. Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, you got some good players on your defense. So I think they win the East, AFC East, and they go all the way to the promised land. Super Bowl champs.
Wow.
New York Football Jets.
Okay.
Look, I don't hate it, but
it's iffy.
Dude, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one on crack, dude. Like, you have the Bears making the biggest leap and the Jets winning the Super Bowl.
But they made some moves like throughout the offseason.
No, I know,
like,
but like those two teams have been poverty for our entire lives, dude. Like
that is.
Hey, don't forget about Mark Sanchez. Did he beat Brady?
That's true, but all
Did
right.
he beat Brady?
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think so. I think he lost in the AFC Championship, right?
Yeah, he got there, and then I believe they lost. But okay, all right. I don't hate it. I don't love it. The New York Jets.
He did beat Brady.
Love the bold takes. Then,
okay. Yeah. Bold.
Matt's talking crazy. Hasn't even went yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know. Well, you guys might know my Super Bowl champion. I'm just saying. But I'll start with MVP. I'm taking your route. Non-quarterback. I'm gonna trust that the media has a little bit of like empathy this season with their picks. Mm-hmm. And if he stays healthy all year, I'm taking Justin Jefferson to win the most valuable player. Hear me out. You have a Vikings team that lost J.J. McCarthy, so Sam Darnold's going to be throwing the rock. If Justin Jefferson gets over 2,000 yards with Sam Darnold throwing the rock, I don't know. That's an MVP in my book. Although, like, a lot of talk about the Vikings, right? Like, they're that unexpected team that, could be a dark horse this season. So I think Jay Jettis takes home.
They had a good draft, dude. Dallas Turner, I really like that pickup.
And dude, Aaron Jones, like, I don't know why everybody's counting him out. Like, he was a solid running back, so
he's a cripple. That's why.
That's true. But it is what it is. Going to my Super Bowl champion. Unfortunately, I don't think this is a Cowboys years. It's first time in my life I'm saying that, yeah. But hopefully I get proven wrong. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to win it all. I know they have some contract situations. T. Higgins is now hurt. Like, I know everything's up in the air, but dude, Joe Burrow is blonde now. And I think we're gonna see Joe Shiesty like take over. And then
That's my
from
favorite.
the team with the biggest leap, yo, toss up. This was a toss up between 3 teams. But as much as I hate their head coach for his previous actions, I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers. Their record last year was pretty shitty, right? They had an embarrassing finish to the year, like totally fell off the face of the planet. But they had a terrible head coach most of last year. They have a brand new running back room. You know how much Jim Harbaugh likes to run the rock. I know they have Lad McConkey out there at the wide receiver position.
Space creator.
Yep, there you go, Kyle, your boy from Georgia. But I think Jay Herbo is going to come alive and take this team at least. Dude, I'm going to say they're going to win their division.
They're going to beat the Chiefs?
The Chiefs?
I think they're going to split with the Chiefs. Dude, the Chiefs, did y'all really think? Because I thought the Ravens looked like shit last night. Okay? I thought the Ravens looked like shit. Every fucking play was check down, screen, check down until like the very end when they had to go deep. And when they had to go deep, they were beating the Chiefs. So
I will say it's like that for the beginning of every NFL season, though. Like, bro, we didn't see. I was watching C.J. Stroud the first game last year. Again, he was a rookie last year, but super slow. A lot of the games are super slow. Like, it's gonna take most teams at least week 2 or week 3 to really crank.
I mean,
up,
look,
like full intensity.
here's the thing. I take 2 things into consideration with that pick. It is probably the hardest thing to win back-to-back Super Bowls. I mean, there's a reason I believe it's never been done.
I don't think it has been.
That's like the hardest thing to do. So I don't like history's not on the Chiefs' side. I think the Chiefs are still going to make the playoffs. But the other thing is Jim Harbaugh. I mean, every time he touches an NFL locker room,
turns to gold.
Exactly. I mean, seriously, like the 49ers, they were not a great team. He gets in there, bam, they're in the Super Bowl within his first couple of years as a head coach. And Justin Herbert, I mean, this is probably, I mean, think about it. This is probably the best quarterback that Jim Harbaugh has ever worked with in his entire head coaching career.
It is. It is. See,
Yeah.
to your point, I think the Chiefs defense definitely showed that they're not as good as they used to be.
Right.
I mean, they lost their number 1 corner. They lost a couple other pieces in the secondary and linebacker. So I think they could take a step back for sure throughout this year on defense, which last year they were crazy good.
Yeah. So and just record wise, like I think the Chargers are going to take the jump. But it sounds like everybody has some wild picks in terms of teams that we used to consider poverty. The Jets, dude. You have the Jets winning it all.
Oh, dude.
My boy Mike Williams.
I believe.
All right.
People sleep on Mike Williams on the Jets, Kyle. Like people sleep.
Bro, he was going crazy on the Chargers last year before he got injured.
Yeah, right there before he got injured.
Okay, Mr. Aaron Jones talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, let's segue. It is Friday, so Gabe, let's get into your gambles. Let's go.
Oh, Gabe's Gambles is back, baby. Last week, every single fight hit except for the biggest favorite. Oh my God, bro. Can we just talk about that for a second? I had a minus 300 on Edmund Shabazian. He lands 100 more strikes than his opponent and gets choked out at the end because he gets too tired from punching him in the face, man. What type of...
All right,
it was looking
yo.
beautiful.
We don't have the tally yet, but where were you last week? Did you win? Did you lose?
I lost, but that's what I'm saying. I hit on every other fight but the major favorite who punched him out for 5 minutes straight and then got choked out the next round because he was gassed from punching him in the face. It was the toughest break to the leg having him lose. But yes, I did lose last week, but I was 3-1 on all the fights total, and we're back for a vengeance this week. No, I hit every pay-per-view. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But last week was a fight night. This week's a fight night. I'm about to redeem myself on this fight night, Matt. Come on.
All right.
You ready?
Let's go.
You ready? All right. I got the UK Brit, Nathan Fletcher, starting it off. He's the very first fight on the card. I saw him fight in Contender Series, which is usually where you can catch these fight night fighters that are very early on. And he looked good. He looked like he had a well-balanced offense, like where he would strike and come forward, but also be able to stuff some takedowns and add some wrestling of his own, some own grappling. And I think as a minus 150 favorite, it's pretty good money to take him here. He's also only lost one fight, I believe, in his whole career. So minus 150, we're starting off the night with the very first fight of the card, and that's going to be a hit. Come on, we can't start off rough. And then the next fight, I going with a little bit Brazilian theme for the next two fighters.
Yeah.
And Jacqueline Amorim. I don't know if I said the last name right, but Jacqueline, she's very skilled. She's minus 300, the biggest favorite of this card. Hopefully she doesn't bite me in the ass like the last one, but the biggest favorite of the card, minus 300. I believe she just gets it done early. A lot of these girl fighters or women MMA fighters, they can kind of show their skill difference early on in their career a lot more. I think she can either dominate this fight through all three rounds or get the finish in the first. I really like Jacqueline here. She was my favorite lock of the card.
How old is she?
She's,
29.
I believe, like 27 to 29.
I'm looking at it right now
Okay.
on ESPN. She's 29. Her opponent, Vanessa Demo something. She's 35.
Okay, yeah. So she's
Talk
definitely got
about
the
it, dude.
age.
She has a massive reach advantage. Hers is 67.5 inches, and her opponent's 59.5.
And
So-
Gabe, she's minus 305 for this fight.
Yep. Minus. That's what I was saying, around minus 300.
Okay.
To Kyle's point, she's lengthier, she's taller. Usually that helps, especially in women's mixed martial arts, just to have that range and keep it striking on. And she also has a ground game, though. She has a better ground game than this girl, and I believe she's definitely the better striker between the two. So I think she uses that youth. I think the UFC's trying to, these fights where the UFC looks like they're trying to catapult someone younger with an older opponent. It's kind of like that step that Kyle talked about that I believe is going to be the main reason I love this card or love this fight so much. I feel like the UFC wants her to win as well. So got to go with her. And then the final one, Gilbert Durinho Burns, baby. He's back, and he gets the upset. He's the dog of the day on the parlay. I believe he's better than Sean Brady everywhere. Sean Brady lost his last – he was undefeated, then lost his last fight to the current welterweight champ, Bilal Muhammad. And Bilal just showed that pressure was too much for Brady to get his game going. But Sean Brady does a good job of mixing everything up with his wrestling. He started – the base of his attack is with his wrestling. But against Gilbert Burns, I truthfully believe he's the best submission grappler in all of the welterweight division. So I think if Sean Brady takes him down consistently, it's inevitable that Gilbert Burns ends up getting a finish on the ground. And then and you look at the Khamzat fight, he can stuff those takedowns or just make his own offense off the ground. But he can also strike with those wrestlers very, very well. He almost beat Khamzat Chimaev. So I think Gilbert Burns realistically is a better striker and grappler than Sean Brady. And he's an underdog for plus 150. Give me my money. Come on, man. Give me my money. I think it's free. I think, if anything, the Gilbert Burns, I think it should be even odds, even though Sean Brady's only lost one fight. But, Vegas says as they go. And I think we get Vegas on this one with the dog of the day.
Let's see. Gabe.
Come on, man.
Team Brazil over here.
Team Viva La... No, they don't be saying that. I don't know what I can't speak Portuguese, but I'm Team Brazil, baby. One of my favorite fighters right now is John Silva, who, with my very first picks on this show that didn't get aired, John Silva was my favorite, and he won with an underdog way last time. So the Brazils and the underdogs, consistent theme for me, and they've been hit.
They've been filling up some people's pockets.
Dude, I like Gilbert Burns, dude. I watched his Khamzat fight, and dude, that was like no wrestling was involved, just straight haymakers for 3 rounds. So
Yeah, because Khamzat tried in the first round, Kyle, and he was like, man, Gilbert can really grapple. Like, he could throw submissions from anywhere, and then he just wanted no part of it and just started to stand up. So I think that's kind of how this fight's going to end up going, and I think Gilbert gets the better of the striking.
all right, dude. I like it. Team Brazil. Let's go Brazil, dude.
Gabe, we will be tracking your picks.
Hey, track them.
Pretty soon we're going to have a live tracker going.
We can get
Somewhere
a
on the
tally. We
screen.
can get a tally with the fight, fight per fight, and then the parlay. You know what I'm saying? We're about
See
to be
how-
1-1 on the parlay.
No. We're going to tally it up, and then we're going to see how much people could have earned.
Ooh, I like that.
Just
I like
to see.
that.
Ooh, I like that.
I got $50. Like
Yep.
you bet 50 each week. how
Hell
much-
yeah, dude! And it's gonna stack
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
It's gonna be total earnings, and if that number's not over 1,000 by 2 weeks,
Easy money.
you're out of here.
Easy money.
You're out of the octagon
I'm not even worried.
Out of the
I'm not
or
even
the
worried.
or the rectangle in this.
Come on, man. I'm not even worried.
I like that, dude.
Alright.
I like that.
Well, gentlemen, that is gonna wrap up,
Wrapping up.
Friday's show, debuting the NFL. It is
Come on.
fall.
Good, man. It feels
Autumn
good.
is here. College football is in full effect. Peace.
See.